More than 27 centuries ago, the Assyrian Empire was instrumental in sending 10 out of the 12 tribes of Israel into exile. Scattered among the nations, they sought refuge wherever they were allowed to settle in peace. One such tribe, the tribe of Manasseh, wandered through Central Asia and the Far East for centuries before finally settling in what is now northeastern India along the border with Burma and Bangladesh. Today, the Bnei Menashe is a group of over 9,000 Jews living in India's northeastern border states of Manipur and Mizoram. This is November in the year 2017, and we are here in Churachandpur to witness the Aliyah of a group of around 200 Bnei Menashe from Manipur. Churachandpur, a small and dusty town in interior Manipur, is the headquarters of the Bnei Menashe Council. A vast majority of the Bnei Menashe population remaining in Manipur lives in and around this town, and Shavai Israel runs an absorption center here to facilitate and prepare the community to make Aliyah. Despite wandering for generations and being separated from their motherland, Israel, the Bnei Menashe have never forgotten who they are, never losing their identities among the peoples and communities where they are living. They continue to practice Judaism, observing the Shabbat, keeping kosher, celebrating the Jewish festivals, and nourishing deep within their hearts the yearning to one day return to their beloved land of Israel.
Shalom, my name is Michael Freund, and I'm the founder and chairman of Shavei Israel. Shavei Israel is Hebrew for those who return to Israel. Over the past 2 decades, we have been blessed to bring more than 3,000 members of the Bnei Menashe home to Israel. There are another 7,000 still here in India who are waiting to come. Operation Exodus has been very supportive of our efforts, and they have helped us to bring Bnei Menashe back home to Zion. It's interesting, if you look in Isaiah chapter 49, verse 22, God says explicitly that at the end of days, the nations of the world will carry our sons and daughters back to the land of Israel.
Since 2013, Ebenezer Operation Exodus has partnered with Shavai Israel to help the members of the Bnei Menashe to return to Eretz Israel. The Aliyah of the Bnei Menashe is one of the greatest acts of God's faithfulness. He spoke through the prophet Nehemiah, "Even though some of you were cast to the farthest parts of heaven, yet I will gather you from there." We have the privilege of talking to a few of the Olims. All of them are preparing to leave their homes that they have built, their businesses, their land, and many of their possessions. But there is a light in their eyes, a light that speaks of the hope in their hearts, hope of a new life in a new land. Many of them are excited to meet their relatives who have made Aliyah in the previous years.
We are so much excited that we could express our feelings at all. That we have been dreaming this for years.
We are excited.
You're excited?
Yes.
That's all, very excited. That's all.
And do you have any apprehensions, fears of what awaits you there? Are you afraid of your future?
No, we're not afraid.
Never afraid.
At last the day has arrived, the day that the Olim have been preparing for. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will gather you and your children from the east and west. Today they will leave the land that has been home to them. But with much excitement and anticipation, we board the buses that will take us to the airport in Imphal. The journey from Imphal to Delhi will take around 4 hours. For many of the Olim, this is their first time on a flight. There is an overnight stay at a hotel in Delhi where a short farewell meeting takes place. Here, they are given the passports and visas for their journey. After the immigration and custom procedures are over, they are ready to take the most exciting journey of their life. The flight from Delhi to Tel Aviv will take around 8 hours. Excitement builds as the aircraft lands at the Ben Gurion airport in Tel Aviv. After over 2,700 years in exile, a few more of the sons of Manasseh are finally home.
Excitement here. You can see in the background, the whole nation is so excited to receive the new Olim, and we are here witnessing this miracle of Aliyah.
82 Bnei Menashe. How was the flight?
Yeah, we started our journey from Manipur. Actually, Joseph and Anil, they were traveling from Manipur to Delhi, and they had a stay in Delhi for a night. Then yesterday morning, we started our journey from Delhi, and when the captain announced that in few minutes they are going to land to Israel, we could see the excitement in their faces, and when it landed, actually, we could see many of them crying in tears.
What was your experience? How did you feel about it?
Feel so privileged and honored to be part of this modern day miracle. Aliyah of the Bnei Menashe is indeed a modern day miracle, because the Lord says, even if some of you were cast out to the farthest corners of the earth, from there I will bring you back. And their village is in the farthest corners of India, but the Lord has not forgotten them, and He is carrying them back home. It's a great privilege to be His hands and shoulders as He is bringing them home. A very powerful experience, life-changing experience.
And as we stand and watch them rejoicing, our hearts are filled with thanks to be part of a nation that has been a safe home to God's precious people for all these years, and to be part of God's plan in bringing them safely back to their land.